had no idea a cavity could turn into a root canal. I hear people say this all the time, so let's talk about why some cavities require root canals. Hi, my name is Whitney and I'm a dental hygienist here to talk about cavities requiring root canals. And before we get started, make sure to get my free oral care guide. Click the link in the description below or in the pinned comment to join thousands of people who have already discovered all of the essential components for an effective oral hygiene routine. I made this oral care guide just for you, for it is an action plan for preventing and maintaining a happier and healthier smile, so be sure to check it out. Now for today's video, let's talk about cavities and root canals. Lots of people assume that pain or a toothache is the first sign of a cavity. However, unfortunately, it's not that simple. Although some cavities can and eventually may cause pain or discomfort, it is actually more common to feel nothing at all with cavities. Some people might notice something. You might notice sensitivity, a rough or sharp edge, a bad taste in your mouth, but more often than not, you won't notice anything if you have a cavity. You usually won't know you have one until your dentist tells you at your recare appointment because they see it clinically or on your x-rays. And so when your dentist says you have a cavity that needs a filling, that's actually the best time to schedule your filling appointment before the cavity starts giving you problems, before you have any pain. Because once you start having pain, you are now getting into root canal territory. This is because untreated cavities, putting off getting a filling, can lead to abscessed teeth. I've heard so many people say that when they have a toothache, they think they have a cavity, but oftentimes tooth pain means there's an actual abscess or infection. Cavities don't usually hurt, infections do. This is because once a cavity breaks through your enamel, the softer dentin layer underneath can decay at an even quicker pace. And under the dentin is the nerve of the tooth. And when your nerve is exposed to bacteria, which is the cavity, right, it becomes inflamed, abscessed, and starts to die. The only option for preserving your tooth at this point is to get a root canal or to pull it. But if your cavity has only eaten through your enamel and it has only reached the next layer, the dentin layer, when the cavity is in this part of the tooth, a filling is recommended to save your tooth from further damage, preventing the decay from spreading to the next layer, the third layer, which is the nerve. Leaving decay on your teeth for too long without getting a filling will allow it to continue eating away at your tooth, causing one of two things. One, there might not be enough enamel left on your tooth anymore to properly fill it. If it is not infected and if it didn't reach the nerve, there's just too much tooth surface that has been eroded, a crown will usually be recommended to properly save your tooth. Or two, what this video is all about, the cavity will get deeper and deeper and reach the innermost layer of the tooth. This is when you are more likely to start feeling pain and you will need a root canal to properly save your tooth, followed by a crown. So I can't stress enough how important it is for you to not wait until you have pain to get your cavity filled. Because once you start feeling throbbing or extreme discomfort, more likely than not, your cavity has already turned into a more serious issue than just needing a simple filling. Putting off getting a filling for too long will most likely result in needing a root canal. But the good news is that cavities are preventable with good daily dental home care and regular checkups. So make sure you are using proper brushing and proper flossing techniques at home and visiting your dental office routinely. And make sure you are seeing a dentist who you trust and who answers your questions and makes you aware of what's going on in your mouth. In all, you always want to get your cavity fixed ASAP with a filling when it is small before you need a root canal to save you from feeling pain, lowering the cost of dental treatment, and also saving you time in the long run. Side note, although cavities are not the only reason someone would need a root canal, there's also tooth trauma and random other reasons. The most common reason is because of tooth decay, cavities. So that's why I made this video, because I see it happen all the time at work. And I see firsthand how treating cavities early is important. So if your dentist recommends you get a filling because you have a cavity, it's best to do just that. To treat your cavity with a filling as soon as it's diagnosed to preserve as much healthy tooth structure as possible. And to also lower the cost of any additional necessary dental treatments. Root canals are followed by crowns, and neither are cheap, whereas fillings are much less expensive. And speaking of lowering the cost of dental treatment, if you are interested in creating the perfect perfect oral care routine at home to prevent major dental issues and costly dental visits, be sure to click the link in the description or in the pinned comment below to sign up for my free oral care guide and join thousands of people who have already discovered all of the essentials for an effective oral hygiene routine. This guide is an action plan for preventing and maintaining a happier and healthier smile, and it could save you tons of money at the dentist by maintaining your teeth at home. I hope this video helped you. Please like, subscribe, and turn on your notifications if it did. And if you want more teeth talk, you can visit my website, teethtalkgirl.com, and hang out with me on Instagram @teethtalkgirl. Peace, love, and teeth.